How disgusting is this? Can you imagine I have to put up with this until the end of September? My God. Oh, my God. You know what? Maybe the season will get canceled early. Absolutely disgusting. I don't know. Senga should be released after the game. And it's not sour grapes here. Senga can't pitch in the major leagues anymore, at least not for the Mets. He shouldn't be pitching in the major leagues. Senga gives up 4 runs in 4 innings every game. What are they waiting for? This is disgusting. It really is disgusting. And Brett Beatty, you have to watch Brett Beatty. Seth Lugo's still pitching, 9 runs in 5 innings. He's still pitching. And the Met pitchers are making Lugo look good. Lugo's giving up 9 runs. And you know what? It looks like he's pitching a no-hitter against this shit the Mets throw. These are two of the worst teams I've ever seen in the major leagues in a long time. Colorado's better than these two teams. Yeah, Mitch. Oh, they're terrible. Jorge Polanco, that's the answer. Just terrible. You score 9 runs, you should be behind. This is this game. You should be losing. You scored 9 runs in 5 innings, and you're lucky to be ahead. They look clueless. Well, they have no pitching. Warren's not a major league pitcher. He had a terrific 6-8 weeks with the Mets. He's not a major league pitcher. Senga shouldn't be on any roster. I don't think Senga could pitch for anybody. Just disgusting. And they're making Lugo look like Tom Seaver here. 9 runs he's given up in 5 innings, and he looks much better than anything the Mets have thrown. Well, I think 3 of those runs are unearned probably, but just disgusting. Disgusting. You have a 9-4 lead. You can't coast. What a terrible thing. And, you look at this trade deadline, and it is what it is. If you didn't have Soto, no one would watch this team. You can't, Joe. You can't make this stuff up. You really can't. You're going to be resuscitating me here in August. Oh, that's gone, but it's a foul. What a shot. Holy shit. Home run, Polanco. Well, if anyone doesn't think the balls are juiced, Ewing hit a ball 8,000 fucking feet tonight. How is Lugo still in this game? It's so embarrassing. Like, the managers don't even give a shit anymore, right? It used to be you had a little pride. You didn't want to embarrass guys. Now they don't give a shit about anything. No one manages anymore. It's fucking disgusting now. It really is. Lugo's ERA. Seth Lugo. Here's the line on Lugo. 4 innings, 4 1/3, 10 hits, 7 earned runs. And that is an umpire review. I thought that was a home run. It disappeared behind the foul pole. Yeah, if you don't see the foul pole blocked, it's a home run. That guy almost got killed with a foul ball and almost hit him square in the fucking face. Yeah, the ball would have passed the foul pole and it would have been blocked. If you could just see the foul pole, it's on him. Call overturned? How's that possible? I didn't see the. You never see the. Oh, I'm looking the wrong way. Did he take the Spidey mask off? He should go up to the plate with it on. William, this season, I have to tell you, this is hell. This is hell. How they could subject us to this shit, and Cohen's got a Monet when he's taking a shit in the bathroom. Can you imagine? Laughing all the way to the fucking bank. And we're sitting here screaming on YouTube. Ah, fucking. Just, oh my God. At least he got on base. But how do you watch this for another 2.5 months, 2 months and 3 weeks? How do you do it? I'm gonna have to. I'm going to finish what I started here, but I'll tell you, it's really scary how bad a team can look. Played a couple of clean games. Yeah, William, you're probably right. Shout out to James. This month is James' month because he's feeling better. But, yeah, this is terrible. Watch this mute button. Thank God for that. Hey, Bayonet. It's pretty bad when the team you're playing makes you look like shit in their Kansas City. Really terrible. Really terrible. Yes, Seth. Hold on for a second. Yeah, William. That's why I don't get paid anymore on here. So this is terrible. Look at the power that Ewing's showing. Unbelievable, right? The kid looks strong. I think he's going to be better than Benj. I didn't believe that. I believe it now. For some reason, it looks like his bat is quicker than Benj. The exit velo looks a little better than Benj's. And he's only 21, He's going to fill out 10 pounds of muscle and all that. Hey, how are you?
It is so damn frustrating that Andy Reid continues to double down on these boneheaded bullpen gambles.
It's terrible.
I don't know who's worse, him or Mendoza.
I don't know. You can see why guys like Warren aren't major leaguers, that they go through 1 million organizations. He's bunting.
With a dumbass who can't even move on his leg.
Yeah, it's just right. Yeah, right. Do you know Kansas City? What have they scored? 24 runs in the last 14 or 15 innings? Kansas City?
Something like that.
Unbelievable, this team. Well, they are great. They don't strike out. They make a lot of contact.
But my problem is this. Why bring Polanco back when his leg is still killing him
I don't know.
I would have just gone with either Viantos or Alvarez tonight as the DH, not this decrepit Creighton line out.
Hangs up. Of course, he makes the play.
We wouldn't be in this situation if Green didn't make these dumbass gambles.
What would you have done differently tonight with him?
I would have, I don't know, switch Brazaban and Warren out. Brazaban first.
Yeah, that's what I would have done. They're doing their best to expose Warren. Warren, he's been getting banged around now.
Beatty hits this one deep right center field, and it's caught at the edge of the track.
Beatty does nothing. He finally lifted the ball.
I mean, seriously,
gone.
anyone with half a brain knows Warren has been horse shit for a while. I would have gone to Minter or Brazaban, but no. This brain dead gambling cunt went with him and gave up 5 runs and tied the game.
He's been bad for a while now.
I'm sick of this, Vinny.
I know.
No, I'm sick of having managers who go overboard with analytics to where it borderlines on gambling addictions.
We don't
and
have
leave the pitchers out there to be killed. We need a manager who is a disciplinarian, will be more ruthless, will be less of a puppet, and more of his own independent, ruthless bastard.
We have no pitching. We just have no pitching.
And tell Stearns, fuck your analytics. Go part 2 and sick 9 team is underperforming because of you.
You're freezing up, Seth.
You
you were frozen for a while. I think you're back. This is terrible. This is so terrible.
The new manager, whoever it is in 27, has to tell Stearns to fuck off.
Yeah, I agree.
Or piss off.
I agree with you.
I want no more analytical puppets, no more compulsive psychotic pitching gambling lunatics running this team from the dugout.
Yeah, I don't want to see Warren. I've seen enough of Warren. Bring up some of the kids. Look, we're not going anywhere anyway. You know what Warren is.
I would have gone with Will Warren from the Yankees, not Austin Warren at this
point.
Right.
The over and under for this game right now, it's got to be 22 or something, right?
Fair ball.
21 and a half.
I am going to murder Andy Green for this if this team loses.
This guy's on fucking incredible.
Look, I know Green's on borrowed time regardless, but he deserved death for this.
What is this, a double now? Soto's improved a little out in the outfield. Although the ball that got by him for the double, he should have caught that.
Because of his stupidity, every Royal batter tonight got a hit.
It's incredible.
Because he chose to be the self-indulgent little cunt he is. He chose, instead of logic, to fucking gamble. Hell, I wouldn't even put Minter in this early in the game. Would you have put Minter in this early?
Maybe not. Now I would have put him in. Look at this. This guy's bunting. Well, what are they doing, these teams? They're both 3,000 fucking games out of first place. They're bunting. What's wrong with these guys? I'll tell you one thing about Beatty. Beatty has shown some dexterity at second base. He has. He's still, look, what is he hitting? 119? All he does is try to bunt this guy.
He's hitting 240.
Really? But why would they be trying to bunt when they're so far out of first place instead of developing plays to let them swing? Hey, game.
All I'm saying is, Andy
Well,
Green.
did he just? Oh, I thought he fouled out, bunted out. Look at Keith Hernandez. How the hell is Keith going to get through the rest of the season?
Well, I know
Keith's
he's
going
gonna
to start
punt.
doing fucking blow again. Right on the air, he's going to start doing lines.
I know he's gonna want to punch Stearns when the season's over. Does he? Will he not?
Nah. I think Keith has calmed down.
No, I'd say he should flat out murder Stearns for how bad this has been.
Nah, you don't murder people because you put together a bad team, Seth.
But I mean, chew, or at the very least,
I know
chew
what you mean.
Green
I
up
know
and
what
spit him out for this bullshit tonight.
you mean. No, look, it's terrible. What we have to go through is absolutely terrible.
Run by an effing terrorist, and Brazaban just walked him. And now Brazi's losing his trade value.
Yeah. And he hasn't been overused. He hasn't been used a lot over the last week and a half. Well, he's going back to the
barely
mean.
can get
He's not a
going back to
1.8
what?
ERA guy, you know?
And yet, instead of getting the hook for this guy, the cunt in the dugout continues to double down on this bullshit.
You know what I noticed? I don't know if you've ever noticed this. Gary Cohen had a cancer scare. Gary Cohen has a big, swollen left side of his face over here. I've noticed that with him. I'm wondering if he has cancer there or something
Wouldn't surprise me if he did.
because he has a large. You would think that would be taken care of. Michael, what the hell is going on there? Fog? It looks like fireworks went off. It's all foggy now. Maybe the game get rained out. I don't have to watch it. Massey's on every at bat too. He's always up and on. The kid next to Green looks like he's 12.
And Tolbert always gets on. But
Yeah,
again,
always.
we're dealing with an interim manager who has no damn clue what he did. He sucked in San Diego, as you pointed out.
I saw that, William. Yeah, he definitely has a swelling there, and it's been a while. He probably had a tumor or something there.
Why do we always have to end up with a bunch of narcissistic pinheads either in the front office or in the dugout?
I don't know.
Oh, cool. We got an effing strikeout. What the fucking do?
That was a good pitch. Man, he's up to 29 pitches. Brazaban, so he's done for tomorrow and the day after. Tyler Tolbert. Oh, he's hitting 378. No wonder. He's probably been up 9 times this year. But you know what? He looks like a player, this kid. You're right. He's always on base.
Why wasn't he at the All-Star pick for the All-Star game for Kansas City?
I think he's probably been up 20 times. He just
I'm
came up.
asking why didn't he get an All-Star selection?
He was just called up.
Right. Challenge that, Luis.
Torrens has been great tonight, huh?
Challenge that call. Thank you.
They're tied because of him. They'd be down if it wasn't for him.
Is that a strike?
No, I don't think so. Oh, maybe. It might be. Torrens is having some game. Throwing runners out, hits.
And we get nobody out for
Look
that.
at that play. Get the fuck out of here already. Jesus Christ.
You Green, you stupid cunt. This season can't end soon enough.
I know. I know. Oh, Bichette did what he had to do there. There's no way he had to make that play like that. That kid's fast. He's on every time he's up, this kid. Base is loaded.
Can we shoot Andy Green when this is over? Since this loss is going to be on his head. Can we?
No. You can't keep on saying shoot on here. You're going to get me taken down.
Okay, can we pummel him?
Yes, that we can do. I will help you. Force out.
Yeah. Could have just stepped on the bag to get the runner at third.
Yeah,
Right.
That just doesn't make sense. You see, you're right. You see, that is heads up play. You could have it doesn't, they don't know what they're doing. Oh, did that bounce? Oh, it bounced, I think. And then Torrens didn't know where the plate was. You see, he had to find the plate. Yeah, oh, that bounced. That was a nice play by Bichette. You kind of should get in front of that ball. And then Torrens doesn't know where the plate is. All right. And then he almost hit him in the head with the pitch. This is unbelievable. I tell you.
This is disgusting.
He might as well have started the game, Brazaban. You stretch him out, you can start him the next game. He's hurt so much. Oh, Witt's up. Oh, Jesus.
What is it? 2-0 count?
Is it 1-1?
I don't know.
The Mets look so bad. They just look so bad.
Blame Stearns for blowing the core up. Blame Mendoza for not knowing what he does half the time. And blame Green
nice
for
play, Brazaban. Line drive back there. He just speared it. Nice play. Okay.
Dodge that bullet.
I don't know, Ray. The pitching is terrible. The pitching is terrible. And there's no end in sight. I'd bring up all the kids now.
No end until the end of September. Then we can strip Stearns of his position as GM. We can get a manager who is not an analytics-driven puppet and actually has a set of cojones to tell Stearns no if he stays as GM.
Yeah, they have to. This is terrible, though.
Have you ever watched that episode of my On the Diamond podcast where I compared Stearns to a cartoon character?
No. Which one did you compare him to?
It's from a web series called Ruby, General Ironwood, because they both have two positions of political influence. One for a ball club, the other for a kingdom. One's the man. The latter is a military general and the headmaster of a school. And both are committed to tunnel vision of my way or the highway.
Could you put it up so I could show people?
I'll send the link.
Okay.
See if I can find it. Though it also serves as a backdoor pilot to a new pop culture-oriented podcast I've been wanting to do called Which is Worse.
I like that. Which is worse? What do you send it? An email?
I'll send it to you in the private chat.
Okay. And then I can see how to put it up. See, if the Mets win this game, it depresses me more if they lost 10-0. Because just to see the type of team they are.
Again, in spite of Andy Green's gambling and stupidity.
Yeah. Ray, their bullpen is being exposed now because you have guys in the bullpen, Warren, and that aren't major league pitchers.
Okay, it's in there.
Okay, let me see if I can add it here. Okay, let me see if I could add that now. Hold on. I like your hair there.
I shaved it I got cut about a month later. I would not air this while we're on this. I don't want to hit you with a copyright.
Oh, you think I'll get a copyright strike with this?
Yeah.
How about if I turn the volume down?
Wouldn't matter. You're still showing the video.
Oh. I'll take a look at it later. But I'll tell you something. It just really disgusts me. One out already. Ewing's up.
Torrance popped down foul ground.
Ewing's like Dykstra.
Mine is the drug addiction.
Yeah, and about 20 pounds of steroid muscle.
That's why I said mine is the drug addiction.
No, that drug. Boy, Ewing, he got punished for his game. I had said that it was unacceptable the way he was playing. They punished him for a game and a half, and now he came out like this.
Punished? Which game?
The last game, didn't he sit and they put him in? They didn't like he got picked off first. He's a terrible base runner.
Which is where Bench has an upper hand on him. And how much do you think he's going to strike out? Or they'll just take a walk?
Ewing? I'm telling you, I'm starting to think he's better than Bench.
Except when he's on the base pads.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah. Sealinger coming to the Mets for Major League debut. Is he really? When, William?
Maybe tonight.
That could be a fucking hoot. Are those number 2 pencils, Seth?
Yes.
Yep. Number 2. Look at Juan.
And personally, I would rather force Stearns to number 2, the grizzly bear at the Central Park Zoo. And then get mauled for it.
Juan's going to opt out. You're going to lose him too because of this dreadful organization.
You think he'll go back to the Yankees?
I don't know, but if you have Soto, you have a top 10 player in history.
And you
go into the Hall of Fame
because of BS in the locker room related to politics.
Oh, that was a good pitch. This lefty's good. Well, he's such a good hitter against lefties, Soto.
But my question is, if you ship Lindor out, will that allow Soto to stay?
I would think they'll listen. Listen, there's rumors around already today that there's talk. Those talks, when they say, well, there's rumors about it, that gets planted. Someone in the Met office gives it to like Francesa and says, yeah, put this out there.
And he chases a high out of the zone shot. He pitch. Dumbass.
Oh, he just missed that.
Shouldn't have chased it.
Getting a little home run happy, Soto now.
So I say he shouldn't have chased that one.
Yeah, beat him up. If that's 5 inches lower, that's a home run. Just missed that. He's locked in, though, Soto. You see, he's on everything. Oh, like a half swing, he got jammed and he hit the ball 350 feet. You look at Kansas City, you wonder how they ever win a game. Well, then again, you look at the Mets, you wonder.
Who's to blame for this crap? Stearns, Lindor, Cohen. If Soto leaves, opts out.
Oh, Stearns. It's Stearns' fault.
Because and what's his reason? What's your reason for saying him?
What, about this whole disgusting season?
No, if Soto leaves, you said you'd blame Stearns for this crap.
Oh, no. I think because if Stearns built a really good team, I think he'd stay. Would you stay in your prime years when you want to win an MVP and you know you'll never do anything with this team? They're not going to pitch. It's going to be very frustrating. He's not going to get pitched to. It's amazing he's having the year he's having. Well, the reason why his on base percentage is so high, he's walked 9,000 times. They don't pitch to him. That's why he's swinging at pitches like that. He's having some year. He's going to hit 40 homers probably, and he missed 20 games. What does he have, 20 now?
Yes.
Yeah, Brooklyn, Wardy. Yeah, well, someone puts it in. Francesa knows everybody in the media. Someone calls. Yeah, put this out there. That means they want him out. I'm sure Stearns doesn't want Lindor. Probably doesn't want the wife. Listen, she might be a very nice lady, but she's too involved in politics.
And go and listening to Lindor, Lindor's a headache. To Lindor's Jezebel has ultimately done this team more harm than good.
I did find out from some friends though that although Cohen is very involved with the Democratic Party now, he has given a lot of money to Republicans in the past.
He just won't support Trump.
A lot of people won't.
Because
I have never seen, honestly, people that wanted a president dead so much. Like usually he's like, I hate the motherfucker. These people want him dead. They can't take him.
Because he's the outsider.
Well, he doesn't help himself either. He's got a big mouth. He's always trying to annoy everybody 24/7.
Bo, why swing at the same damn pitch on the outside, you dimwit?
Rick James, is he the super freak? I didn't see it. If you would have told me 8 weeks ago Bichette would be hitting like 260 at the All-Star break, I would have thought you were crazy. I thought he'd hit 275, 280 for the year. He's hitting 360, I think, over the last 2 months. But I don't understand why everyone's so surprised. Bichette won the batting title last year. Why are they so surprised that he got this shit together? He's a good hitter.
But the point is, out of the 9 guys that Stearns chose to sign free agency, only one of them has really bore any legitimate fruit, and that's Weaver.
Weaver's been good. I never expected Weaver to be this good. I thought he'd be okay, but I didn't think he'd be this good. The best move he's probably ever made was Bronzebon. Yeah, Joe. Yeah, Lindor's defense. Well, he looks like he's not mentally there. He got caught again.
Is he correct?
How is this? How is he always out? He's the fastest guy in baseball, Ewing. Oh, he's safe.
Challenge that.
He's safe. Are they other challenges? He's safe. They must be out of challenges.
No, they still have one left.
Well, I can't believe they didn't challenge it. If they don't challenge it, Green should be fired tonight. When they're releasing Senga, let him carry his bags to the bus. How do you not challenge that? Unless they are and they come back. I saw that once where they came back from commercial. I saw that once. Did you ever see that where they came back from commercial and they reversed it? A while back.
Once or twice.
It can happen. And there it is. They're going to reverse it. How's that for a call? I knew they were going to come back from commercial. Yeah, he's safe. All right, Green, you can stay till the end of the season. But I don't. This guy, Ewing just can't run the. He's a terrible base stealer. I think he's scared now.
I still say at the end.
Oh, it was close.
Talking of Stearns. And now we got announced. this time is a line out.
Yeah. Kansas City's never changed their uniform. It looks well. It was white at home, but it's always looked the same. Mets have 19 different jerseys. Who's this running in? Number 73.
It must be Levinger.
Is it?
Let's see.
Who is number 73 on the Mets?
Here's an answer from Wikipedia.
Brooks Raley? No.
Oh,
That's not Brooks Raley.
it's got to be Sealinger.
That's the new guy.
Mm-hmm.
What's this?
Yep, it's Sealinger.
Yeah, this should be fun.
I smell can.
That didn't take long to get him in the
fire.
major leagues. They got him 10 minutes ago. What?
I smell
Oh,
fucking cannon fodder.
Stearns loves those projects, boy.
Which is why Mets fans should flog his ass at the end of the year. Take him out of City Field, or Nationals Park, since that's where they're going to be for the season finale. Rip his coat and shirt off, armed with rod and lash, and flog him. And tie him down to a tree and flog him. What? He deserves to get his ass flogged.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I thought I was the one that was a maniac on here. You make me look like Mother Teresa.
Wow, what would you do to punish him?
I don't know. Depends if I have my meds or not.
Let's just say with or without the meds, I have a very dark imagination.
Okay, Matt Sealinger. He looks he looks like David Peterson. Look at his face, Seth. Oh, are you seeing can you see the face?
Yeah.
He looks like David Peterson. Oh my God.
God damn it.
Great. I got to be reminded of that piece of shit, too.
Or he's been doing well with the Cubs.
That didn't take long. 2-0 already. Lane
Challenge
Thomas.
that one. That's in the zone. Damn it. It should be 2-1, not 3-0.
Ridiculous. Yeah, the Met bullpen is such a shit show.
And all because they get overused because Mendoza didn't trust the starters. And Green doesn't even trust them all that much.
All four. Can you imagine Seth in a car next to someone who cuts him off? You motherfucker piece of shit. You son of a bitch. You need to be flogged. And I don't care if you have a white collar on, father. They paid cash to the Tigers. Petersburg, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
We should have gotten schooled.
I don't know why. You know why? Because I made a commitment to everybody that was going to do it for the year. Thank you so much, my friend.
We should have also gotten Scooble and given away at least Christian Scott or Sean Manaea.
Yeah.
You
know what's interesting? Christian Scott might end up being the best pitcher out of the two, McLean and Scott.
I said Manaea.
I could see that.
I said Manaea, not McLean.
Oh, I thought you meant McLean.
That's caught.
And
no, it's gone.
You gotta be kidding me. Jesus Christ.
This is your head, Greenie, you piece of shit.
Oh my God.
You let a 5-run lead slip away because of your stupid need to show the kids and gamble away a win. You dumb fuck.
Why do I have a feeling that's Stearns telling him what to do? Yeah, it looks like Peterson, William.
Then Stearns, I know I shouldn't say this, but with how pissed this fan base has gotten this year, I hope he gets terminal brain cancer.
I know. This is just such a. Perez has been sticking it up our ass for 15 fucking years since 2015. Good. Salvador Perez is good.
I'm dead serious. David Stearns deserves to get terminal brain cancer.
Well, I wouldn't go that far, but he deserves to get fired. I'll give you that. This looks like Peterson. My God. And it's the same result as Peterson, too. He is just, you know what? There's nothing else Stearns can do now. He's just got to, you know what? Got to lose 110 games. You got to call all the minors up, and they're all going to get bombed. And you'll have to restructure next year.
And he finally gets his ass fired because I think even Cohen is getting pissed with this.
I would think, yeah, after a while.
For as much of how senile he's been behaving and how much of a blind eye he's turned, even he has to admit, okay, enough is enough. The fans are right. This guy is a selfish, narcissistic cunt who has screwed over my plans. I need to get rid of him and get rid of him now.
I don't know who uses the word cunt more, Seth or Ricky Gervais. We got to put a show on once and see. Ricky Gervais does too.
Either me or call Carl Urban and ask who does it more, me or his character of Billy Butcher.
Well, maybe we can get out of this speeding down a run.
Well, I'm just saying. If
Why is it
either of us run the Carl Urban?
Why is it when pitchers that haven't pitched before coming against the Mets, they look great, and when we have a guy, two batters in, we're losing? Seth, you'd make a good Roman emperor.
At this point, I would rather just dye my hair black, get the crowbar, and that's gone.
Oh, you got to be kidding me. Oh, my God.
Now can we get the crowbar and I can jam it into Stearns' skull?
Oh.
Let me just dye my hair black and I can go all Billy Butcher on his ass.
What'd they blow? A 6-run lead?
5.
What a disgusting. How disgusting is this?
And all because Stearns told him, gamble away the game. Throw it away. You know what, Stearns? Fuck you. You
got to release this fucking guy tomorrow. He should get released tonight, this fuck.
And Stearns should get fired, this arrogant cunt, cock-sucking cunt.
Oh, my God. He should have been fired a lot earlier than this.
Should have been fired last year.
Yeah, of course. But this is terrible.
Because young scumbag little cunts like him never own up to their mistakes. How are we going to get Theo away from Chicago or Boston at this point?
You're not. Brooklyn, yeah. This kid got nothing. He's got a straight fastball that's 94. And he doesn't have any plus off-speed stuff. So when he comes in with the fastball doesn't move at all. It's straight.
Next thing you know, he'll get hit with a line drive and do the Charlie Brown bit.
It's embarrassing for him. I feel bad for him, though. Oh, thank you so much,
it's
Pete.
Another walk.
It's early. Brooklyn 81 wins. Yeah, next year. This year and next year combined.
Andy Green's just going to give some bullshit excuse, but we know this is all on his head tonight, as well as Stearns' head.
Thank you, Pete. This is on Stearns. Where did you spend the $370 million fucking dollars? Where was it spent?
How about we put a $400 million bounty on Stearns' head, dead or alive?
You got teams that have a $190 million payroll that don't have this guy pitching for them.
Again, Vinny, how would you feel
Yeah.
if we put a $400 million bounty on Stearns' head, dead or alive?
Nah. Maybe 30 years
And you
ago
know
when
what
I
I
was a
would prefer?
maniac.
What was
This
that?
is maybe 30 years ago when I was a maniac from Brooklyn. Maybe I'd agree with the torture, but
No, I said a bounty on his head.
for what? It's baseball, Seth. It
Sabotage.
really, I know it sounds, it's not all that important. People are dying around you. I just went to 2 weeks in the last 2 weeks.
I'm just saying, this is complete sabotage by that little prick.
No, I agree. Well, he sabotaged it because he wanted to make this team in his own image. He didn't like the team that went to the playoffs. He didn't like them. He thought they were lucky.
And it was the same bullshit when Jackson came to the Knicks. Rebuild in the bullshit of the triangle metric.
Right.
Yeah.
And that was outdated. Yeah.
And everyone wanted his head. He never scouted. He never went on road trips. He always badmouthed his own players. Took away creativity. Got rid of creativity for rigidity. Couldn't get the players to have lunch with him. And at this point, I wouldn't have blinked. And back then, I think as Knicks fans, we would have put that bounty on Jackson's head, dead or alive. Preferably dead. Am I right?
I know. I agree.
And I'd be willing to bet most Met fans would be doing the same to Stearns right now.
Well,
and when it's all said and done, he's 6 feet deep. Put him in the in the sixth metal bulge of the 8th circle of hell. Throw the gilded cloak on his back and let him wander around with it in that pocket.
I'm going to get you something. Hold on. You have that psychiatrist number? No, the one anti-aggression and I'm sorry. Is this guy going to get on again? Is this the same?
Yes.
Holy, what is he, 8 for 8?
5 for 5 now.
Yeah, but he's hit 140 feet worth of balls. Oh, my God.
How about you just hit him? From here on.
No, I understand what you're saying about Phil Jackson. You know, the triangle offense was spacing and timing. You know, look, what did the Bulls win, 10 or 11 with the Lakers? You know, the game had moved past that with aggressive play by then. Players were more aggressive by the time Jackson took over with the Knicks.
It was more pick and roll.
Constant motion, slower, more deliberate offense, and it couldn't work.
And yet he didn't want to see that.
Because he was set in his ways. This kid's going to give up 6 runs in this inning. You watch.
And just like Stearns is set in his ways, instead of owning up to his mistake, he doubles down on saying, I'm going to lead this team to a playoff berth. Kiss my fucking ass, you
Wait, William just said this kid has 12 hits in a row? Wow. No wonder they hit 900. What a disgusting. I'll tell you something. I don't know how I could do this till the end of September. I'm going to, but I just don't know how I can do it. I'll have a stroke if I scream. I'm just going to destroy them. I'll destroy them every night.
Will you be willing to sit through playoff games after that?
Sure. I want to see how real baseball is played, of course. Jensen, didn't he hit a home run before?
No, it's walk, strikeout.
Oh, I'm thinking of the other idiot. This fucking team has scored 3,000 runs the last week. You know they've scored 27 runs the last 2 days? In 15 innings. They've scored 27 runs, the Royals. They scored in every inning against Philly. So I guess, look, they destroyed Philly too. And they beat up Sanchez yesterday. They got him for 9. So this team is hot right now. You have a team that came in here hitting. But when you're up.
Looks like it's going to be a conga line. He's about to get walked.
That looked like the ghost. 3-2.
Called it.
I'd let him give up 15 runs now just so Stearns could release him.
I'd let him give up 20 runs so Cohen can finally get his head out of his ass and fire Stearns.
What a disaster.
Or at the very least, strip him of his PM. Or at the very least, strip that little narcissistic cunt of his position as GM.
Well, what's good is Torrens is going to come in. He's their best pitcher. Bobby Wood Jr. Every fucking. Ooh, he's good.
I mean, much better than his father.
Yeah. Oh, Bobby Wood's good.
I'm just saying, is he better than his father?
Just missed that pitch. They're looking to kill this kid. Yeah, I think so. He's the top 2 shortstop in baseball. He's probably the best shortstop in baseball, right?
Perhaps.
How old is he? 26? He's young.
Yeah, 26.
Ground ball to short. Lindor flips for 1.
And a force out.
This team puts every ball in play. Oh, he looked out. Let's see. Oh, no, he's safe. Just safe.
Whoever becomes the next Met manager better not be an analytic puppet.
No, well, that's baseball now. That's what it's going to be. That was close.
How much longer until everyone realizes, okay, analytics are killing specific teams while others are thriving? Enough is enough. We got to go back to the eye test. How long is that going to take?
I don't know. And look at this shot. Oh, my God. That just missed. Home run. Everything's getting by Soto now. How many runs did this kid give up? 7 runs?
Yeah, 7.
This is embarrassing. This is an embarrassment.
You let a 9-run lead get away just because you were told to gamble the game away and throw it just to show off kids who are going to get their asses killed.
This is so embarrassing.
David Stern. Fuck you.
No, I agree with you. This is embarrassing. I really think I'm going to scream my ass off after this game tonight. I'm going to make a cup of coffee, and I'm going to go on a fucking tirade that you wouldn't believe.
Wouldn't blame you.
I have to let it out.
I mean, at this point, I am still letting the chips fall where they fall, but it's not enough to justify me still getting angry, to keep me from getting angry over a team run by a narcissistic, half-brained cunt who thinks he's fucking Homelander in the front office, who I would strip of his compound V, whether through Kimiko's nuke blast or reverse engineering compound V and synthesizing an antidote for it, then beat the shit out of him, stick my foot up, take both my feet, one I'd shove up his mouth and close it once and for all, and then the other one I give a spit shine, turn the son of a bitch sideways, and stick it straight up his candy ass!
Do you know how to spell well? Are you a good speller?
A bit.
How do you spell Cunt. What? This is like the honeymoon is on like,
C-U-N-T.
oh, let's see. K-U. Now,
My
you
ass.
know what I'm rooting for now? That he sets the record for most runs ever given up in an inning. You know, I feel bad for him, though. This is terrible. The kid wanted to come out and he gets fucking destroyed.
But still, I would do that to Stearns. And that's without shoving the crowbar into his skull.
Hey, Angry Chicken. And I swear, I'm sitting here. These pants are like the Astor Hotel. No ballroom, I swear. The kid throws strikes. He also throws hits.
Vin is going.
I'm going. William, but wait till after. First of all, I'll wait. But Senga, gotta go now. I don't give a fuck if you gotta forfeit the fucking game. You can't put him in anymore. You can't put him in anymore. This kid's got to be released after the game, doesn't he? Doesn't he have to be DFA'd after the game? I would have given up one more run. I got half an arm and I'm fucking 50 years older than him. It's fucking ridiculous.
I would have just stuck and gotten out of catapult and launched him out of New York City.
Oh, maybe they don't have catapults. Oh, Mamdani took it away from everybody. You probably get a ticket if you do it. Can you imagine that son of a bitch wanted you to set your air conditioner to 78?
What's yours at?
Well, I might put my air conditioner at like 68. Well, not tonight because it's cool tonight here. Tonight it's like 67 degrees here. But the fuck out of here, Mamdani. You gave illegals $400 billion of my fucking money. I'll put my air conditioner any fucking way I want to put it. Fucking jerk off he is.
And if anyone deserves the old butcher, the Homelander beating, it's him.
Oh, please. The hotels where they are. How's that air conditioning? Is that pretty good? Oh, fuck out of here. Jerk off. Set your on 78. Turn out the lights. Yeah, so my 90-year-old mother-in-law could fall down the fucking steps, you moron. Lindor down by 7. Do you know what the odds that you could have got if you bet? I think they were probably like plus 1,500 or plus 2,000 to 1 when the Mets are up. And this isn't it. They're going to score another 5 runs in this game. I'm telling you, 5-6 runs in this
all
game.
Because of Stearns telling him, throw the game. That's where you need to beat the shit out of Stearns.
I know. It's ridiculous. Cocaine's a wonderful drug. Remember Rick James? Charlie Murphy! I've had it with Lindor too. I know he's a good ball. I don't want to look at him any. It's like if you live with your mother-in-law, you love her, but you don't want to fucking see her every second. It's the same thing. Like I don't want to see him anymore.
I don't see him. I live with my mother, and I don't see her every second of every day.
Well, she hides probably.
No,
she's probably hiding from you. No, it's like my friend that my friend used to say. My friend used to say,
the upstairs half of the house. I live in the basement.
Oh, okay. My friend used to say, I was great at hide and seek. No one ever found me. I said, no one was ever fucking looking for you. We used to say, okay, we'll count to 3 billion. Called him on his 18th birthday. We were 9 when we started the game. Cocaine was the only problem I had with cocaine is I didn't find it sooner in the 80s. And now, I got to turn around and see, baby, what soda out of the game now? Look, they're all saying, good job. Good job to the pitcher. He should be released after tonight. I'm being serious. He should be released. And that's nice. He's walking through the dugout doing this like this. It's on me. Good for him.
Here's my question. If the Yankees get Lindor or at the trade deadline, will Steinbrenner put up with the same crap that Cohen and Stearns have, or will he tell them?
I would take Volpe. I would take Volpe as one of the players.
I'm asking, would he?
No, they'd never put up with it. The first time his wife went in there with a brochure for free housing, it will be the last time she'd ever be welcomed back in that fucking place.
Because at least Hal's like his father in that sense. He won't allow politics in the locker room.
Wives shouldn't be allowed in the locker room.
No, I'm saying
Look,
he won't allow.
if I go to work, should my wife be sitting by my desk when I'm doing work? No, stay fucking home. Or if you really want to be in an office, get a fucking job. Don't come to my work. You fucking come. And besides, you get me fucking fired almost. Get the fuck out of here. Is that Polanco? Look at Polanco.
Yes.
Yeah, but he won't be able to walk tomorrow. Oh, then that's good. I didn't even know there was a run.
Benj walked. He got on with a walk.
There's hope for the season. Polanco can run.
It's more like a jog, but whatever.
Oh, listen, Polanco's a good hitter. He's a good career hitter.
Or better yet, we turn Stearns into the gingerbread man from Shrek, break his legs, and then mock him. Run, run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the fucking gingerbread man. And then crush his legs.
Run, Forrest, run. It's early, man. Jared Young. Hit a 2-run homer. Just give us something. I told you, it's going to be like 32 runs scored in this game. They're going to score another 5 or 6 runs. This isn't over. I'm going to fucking be here till tomorrow morning. This is going to, you know what this is going to be? Remember 85, July 4th, the Met game ended at 4 in the morning? I'm going to be on here at 10 after 5 this morning. Well, all right, everybody. See you in a few hours. I can never end this game.
I wasn't born until 2 years after that.
Jesus Christ.
I wasn't born until 2 years later.
87. I tell you, God give me strength. Fuck the money. And they're showing this kid 12 for 12.
Young's gonna hit.
I'd end that. You know how I'd end that? I'd hit him in the fucking head the next time he's up. Now you're 12 for 12 with a concussion.
Or just free pass him.
No, I'd hit him. You like the major leagues? Well, this is what we do. Welcome to the major leagues. Right in the fucking back. I wouldn't hit him in the head, obviously.
How about hit him in the face, out Kevin Pillar?
No. Too comfortable in there. You're not setting no records against me.
No, I mean, you remember the Kevin Pillar hit in 21 where he got nailed in the face and it busted him open?
Oh, I remember that.
That's what I meant.
16 to 10. It looks like the Mets have been up for like 25 minutes, only got to run.
That's what I meant by hit him in the face.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Pilar was good. Good fielder. Just it wears you down. Really wears you down, all this shit. You know, God forbid you can win 3 in a row. You got Kansas City coming in, who's worse than you. Yeah, Tolbert looks like a good prospect, Pete. He looks like D. Gordon.
Starting to pick itself. And you have Boston coming in next, who's on its way back up. And then you got to go to Philadelphia after the All-Star break.
Great. Should fucking forfeit the season by then. Fucking terrible. What a fucking shit show. Yeah, Tolbert's good. You like my thinking, Bayonet? You got a big fucking problem if you do. Let Vientos pitch. Watch Vientos come in and fucking throw a no-hitter through 3 innings, and they'll say, we got to keep him because we're going to convert him. We're going to stretch him out. That'll be the next thing. They'll be stretching Vientos out the fucking pitch. Oh, fuck out of here. I got to be crazy to sit here like a fucking general. KC develops good players. They do.
A fucking
Beckway.
what?
This is the names they have in Kansas City. Imagine that's your name,
Beckway,
and he's doing this. He's looking up like Senga, like thanks for the name.
A fucking what? I mean, what'd you say?
Beckway, that's his name. Beckway.
No, I mean, you said something like a fucking, what was the word you used after that? Saying you're like a fucking what?
Like a what?
You said something about you're gonna be stuck sitting here like a fucking, I don't remember
what
you said.
Jadrul, that's Italian.
What does that mean? Maybe Italian, but not that deep.
Beckway's a former Yankee great. They drafted him.
What's a Jadrul?
A Jadrul, like a Shamanut. Crazy, looking nuts. Beckway. Another one that you want to get fucking hit with a line drive. And with ABS now, why do the catchers just take it and try to frame it? Jerk off. They have ABS now. You can't fool them anymore. Unless they're out of challenges. Oh, Beatty hit that. Did you hit it well?
Looks playable now.
Yeah, it is. Oh, I thought he hit that out. And then we sitting there. That's why we keep Beatty. Big at bat in the 7th. Knocked in a run. Good knock. The fuck out of here. I'm telling you. Vientos will come in and strike out the side, and they'll fucking keep him till he's 50. They'll never trade him. They'll say, we're going to convert him to a pitcher. Look, Nolan McLean we converted. Only difference is, you know what? He should get pelted. Luis Torrens. He's your best pitcher. He's the best relief pitcher in the last week, Luis Torrens.
Still gave up a homer, didn't he?
Yeah, but he gets the ball. At least he throws strikes. He fucking throws the ball over the plate.
At only 50 miles an hour. But again, that's the case with every position player. Is it not?
What, that they throw strikes?
That they throw only around 50. No,
position player, an outfielder could probably throw 88, 89, 80, 82 to 88. Like Soto, like Carson Bench could probably throw 92. Maybe not, maybe for 6 or 7 pitches, not for an inning and a half. They had Suzuki, who was it? Ichiro on the mound. He threw 96 in spring training. He had a great arm. But, they could do it for 5 pitches. They all look like surfers from fucking California, the Kansas City Royals. Every one of them look like surfers. This kid looks like Kevin Elster.
Who?
Kevin Elster, the Met. You would swear it's Shorty was going to take a fucking joint out of his pocket and start smoking it in between pitches. Don't tell me this guy's still pitching. He's still in the dugout with no jet. He's going to come out and pitch again. What are they, fucking nuts?
Get the noose.
If the Mets come back and win this game, we're going to the playoffs. Either that or I'm dropping dead tomorrow, and God just wanted to fuck with me.
And
CNN reporting what? Yeah, the experts had them winning between 88 and 91 games, the Mets.
And this team doesn't look like it's going to win 70.
Torrens is slamming his helmet. Torrens, they're down by 18 runs. He grounds out. He slams his helmet. When he pops out with the bases loaded, he shakes his head and walks to the fucking dugout. That's the problem with the Mets. They just don't make any sense at all. That's a good pose of you. I think you're frozen. That was a nice pose.
I've only got one thing. With Stearns, at this point, after we beat him up, I've only got one thing to say.
I know. Set him on fire. I know. Hey, set him on the fire and fuck him in the ass. I know. You would want to do a Pulp Fiction to him. You know, put him on a back and take a
No, I'm saying put him through. No, regardless if it's on fire or not.
Seth and I are going to be committed. The YouTube police are going to come to both simultaneously. They're going to come and fucking bust us both. I'm going out of my mind here. And I got to teach tomorrow. You imagine? That's like me being your priest after this. I'm pitching next, Ray. Uber's going to be here in 2 minutes. I got the 9th.
Right. Yeah,
I wish they'd call me into pitch.
School's out for the summer.
I'd go like this. I'd say, I just want to be in the record books. I give up like 8 home runs in a row. This way I'm in the fucking Guinness. And then I'd look at the owner's box, say, Cohen, go fuck yourself, and I'd walk away.
I'm just going to leave, Benny.
You're going to leave?
Because it's just going to get too out of hand if I stay with this.
Well, you know what? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go down and make a coffee for 10 minutes. I'm going to put the screensaver on, let the kids play nice because, you know, I have spies watching the chat, and come back in after the game. This way you can rest for a few minutes.
I'll probably hit the sack after this game.
All right. Well, if you don't hit the sack and you decide you want to kill Stearns again, come in.
Whatever.
Okay, bye. Seth is the greatest. Seth keeps me going. I love Seth. He's still in. It wasn't bad enough. They didn't embarrass this fucking guy enough. His whip is 8. My son was in T-ball. His whip was 4. And the first ball he ever hit, he ran to third base, not first base. And he had a better whip than him. And you see him now? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you only gave up 8 fucking runs. He's going, yeah, good job. Get the fuck out of here. I want to know why no one gets fucking hit. I want to know why no one gets hit in the fucking back when you score 16 fucking runs against the team. And I don't want to hear they don't do that anymore. Well, start doing it. That would have been the day that Derek Jeter was 4 for 4 against me when he leaned over. He got one right in the fucking head. He would have got hit. I caused a brawl. Fuck it. I got insurance. I'll retire for $2 million a year for the rest of my fucking life in the MLB. The fuck do I got to do? Another double. More extra base hits against this pitcher than the whole series in Atlanta. And they scored 3,000 fucking runs in that series. And I got to see a picture of Citi Field. The tragic is back. What a fucking shithole. God, am I rooting for a tsunami? You ever see the tsunami? You ever see the movies like 4th of July where a big fire engulfs and takes the whole fucking thing with it? Fucking unbelievable. Whatever happened to the days where we had fucking guys coming in parachutes? We were so good. We were so good in the 86 World Series. Some fuck landed in a parachute at second base. He didn't care if he got arrested because he knew 10 million people were watching the game. Imagine being a Met fan in 86. I was. I bet you half the people that never heard of this kid probably said, oh, the Mets got a position player pitching for the last 2 innings. I guarantee you, if Torrens pitched the last 2 innings, he wouldn't have given up 8 runs. He would have given up 4. And is that gone? No. I'm rooting for home runs now. I want his whip to go to an even 100. Don't get me wrong. I'll tell you why I feel bad. You want to know why? Press a 1 if you know. And if you don't want to, send 100. No, I'm kidding. You know why I feel bad? Because this kid's wife or girlfriend, his parents are in the stands. I guarantee if they're around the area. And it's embarrassing. I do feel bad. Now that looks far and Wow. The big. Oh, nice play. Remember? The biggest part of the park he hit it to. Remember that? Someone just should have given up 10 fucking runs if it wasn't for Ewing. Ewing's having a good game. I'm telling you, my prediction here, I'm going to be dead in 10 years. But you know what? I want you to come on in 10 years, hey, Dementia, and I want you to say, you know, that fucking Vinny was right. Remember that fucking nut job that used to be on YouTube that passed away like 80 years ago? Well, he said Ewing was going to be better than Benj. I'm telling you, Ewing is going to be better than Benj. You heard it here. Ewing is going to be the next Lenny Dykstra. Benj is going to be like Hunter Pence. Not. But Ewing's going to be good. He is. One day he's going to steal 40 bases, 45 bases. He doesn't know how to hit now when he's hitting 270. Think about it. He's 21 years of age. He wasn't slated to come up till probably September, right? He's hitting 270. You know how hard that is on the fly to hit 270? He's got 5 homers. I didn't think he did 5 homers the whole year, this kid. The ball's got to be juiced. Ewing's hit the ball 440. Come on, it's not juiced. Remember back at Mark McGwire hit a home run. The ball hasn't fucking come down yet. It was 28 years ago. It's just fucking orbiting Earth again. Oh, fuck. Some Frankie V in the 4 seasons. I will. Brooklyn, I definitely will. I'm sure with all the cunts that Seth spewed out, the YouTube police will be taken down. I won't be making my 60 cents commission here on this show. I'm always getting ineligible, but because fucking cursing constantly. But it's not him, it's me too. I have to. If it's not, my head will blow up. You know what my head feels like right now? Remember Beetlejuice? That little fucking head? That's how I feel like, right? That's what I feel like right now. Like, what the fuck am I doing? It's Tuesday night, 10:18. I could be fucking jerking off or watching The Equalizer from 1985. And I'm sitting watching Selinger, Mellinger, whatever the fuck his name is, giving up bombs on a Tuesday night. Get the fuck out of here. What am I out of my mind? Well, I am out of my mind. I got papers to prove it. But you know what I mean? This is fucking ridiculous. I'm sitting rooting for a 21-year-old kid. He could be my fucking grandson. Bayonet, it's scary. It's true, though. I write my own shit, too. Strom, 5.34 ERA. He'll strike out 6 of the next 7 guys. This guy, if you fucking blindfolded Ewing, you couldn't get a hit off him. If you blindfolded 3 guys against this guy, one of them would get a hit. He'll shut the Mets out. Watch. 6 homers Ewing has. He's going to hit 15 homers, this fuck. You know what I noticed about Benj and Ewing? It's funny, Joe. It's not really funny. It's fucking pathetic. If you notice Benj looks like he's lost 25 fucking pounds this year already. They're not used to playing like this. Is this going to bloop in? Tell me this is going to bloop in too. Another hit for Ewing. This fucking guy. Send him to the All-Star team. Fuck Soto. He looks like my fucking paper boy, this guy. My paper boy's older than him, I think. This kid's the guy you want supersize that? He's got great bat-to-ball skills, as they say. But, yeah, Benj has lost weight. If you notice Benj has lost some weight. And he's going to put on muscle. This kid's going to look like Lenny Dykstra next year. He'll be 10 pounds of muscle, Ewing. He'll look like the fucking Incredible Hulk. But is this Soto? Let me tell you something, people. You heard it here. If Ohtani, something happens, he's winning the MVP this year. Because they'll be so happy not to have to give it to Ohtani. See, you get something like buyer fatigue. After a while, you just get sick of seeing the same person. Soto will win it. But you see, he's swinging the pitches now because he's having a great year. I didn't think it was possible that Soto could have a better year this year than last year. He cares. He threw the bat down in disgust better than Jeff. When Jeff McNeil threw the bat down in disgust, you wanted to go to the field and run him the fuck over with your car. Him, you don't care so much, Soto, because you know Soto's not saying, "Oh shit, I went down to 298 now, my batting average." McNeil was looking at his batting average every fucking game. I don't think Soto does that. Does anybody want to know the difference between a Hall of Fame player, a good player, and an all-star? Press 1 if you want to. I'll tell you. Ryan Sandberg told me this. Here's Bichette. How do you swing at a ball that hit the third base bag? What the fuck? Joe, Ryan Sandberg told me, you know what the difference between a good player, an all-star, and a Hall of Famer is? A good player looks at, back then it was video, and after every game looks at his at-bats, at the at-bat, right? An all-star adjusts after every at-bat, and a Hall of Famer after every pitch, he makes an adjustment. Hey, Tibet, Soto adjusts after every pitch. If you notice, that's why Soto does this. That's a mechanism that Soto does this like you're doing good. He's not getting out of his own way. Bichette's going to go into a slump now. You'll see. He'll be like 2 for 20 now. He was so high. Here comes Francisco Lindor. Come on, Frankie. Mamdani's watching. His air condition is set at 89. Motherfucker. Next he'll say, don't use your TVs because it gives off too much heat. So does a fucking bullet. Come on, Lindor. Shove it up Soto's ass because he popped out. You can go in there and say, you see, this is how it's done. Lindor's hair is getting longer than it's almost down to his ass, his hair. He looks like Rick James. What the fuck's he doing here? I'm surprised he didn't swing at that. Mark Vientos would have swung at that ball. Now, you know, can I tell you something? I'll tell you the truth, though. Extensions, they should get extension wood and put it on Vientos' fucking back. This way, when he swings at the fucking left batter's box, he can catch up to it. I'll tell you something, though. I'll give you, look, Lindor, I'm going to give you 3 things. 1, I know for sure. Okay? 2, I think. But I'm originating it, so you can make believe it's true. 1 thing I know for sure from someone that works for the Mets, Lindor was not happy about that whole situation with his wife and everything. And he actually, I'm not saying he had words with her. I wasn't told that. But that was all the problems in the field the first few weeks of the season. He was very distracted. He wasn't happy with that. I was told that they weren't sure that he blamed his wife on him not getting the captaincy. And that's why there was a little issue. Now, that just makes sense. That makes sense. And I know for sure it was Pete Alonso's wife's baby shower. Lindor's wife didn't go to. And I think Nemo's wife got in her face about it because she's best friends with her. How much to win a championship? Did you think the Knicks would ever win one? You know, the funny thing about having a wallet, see, Steve Cohen, you count your money, he weighs his. He's got a fucking scale there. With Cohen's money and his willingness to spend, now we have to see what the CBA agreement is. You could turn a team around in a couple of years. Look at the Yankees a few years back. Remember the Yankees were rebuilding? And all of a sudden they were like 2 years ahead of their rebuild, and they had a great year and almost won the World Series. You can. I'll tell you something and you know I'm honest. I beat the Mets up. I love them. It's tough love. It's like me telling my 5-year-old, go in the corner. I'm not going in the corner. I'm not executing him. I'm in him. But the Mets have one of the two would be fringe all-stars in Ewing or Bench. Okay? Next year, you have two young outfielders that certainly look like they're not just lucking out this year. They're the real deal. You have Soto, who's at 28 years of age. He's still way in his prime. The Mets need, and I think Bichette will pick up his option. So next year, you need, I think you're going to maybe see Ewing play second base. I really believe that. I was told that he's going to be alternating next week between second base and outfield when Roberts comes back. I was told that he's going to play 3 days a week in the infield. You would divorce your wife for that shit? I know guys that would divorce their wife if you gave them a fucking egg cream. Luis Roberts' cross on his ear, you could fit a fucking man on that cross. It's so big. Carson Benj. Now, the Met rookies are for real. They are for real. If you want me to start doing stats, I'll start doing stats for you. Carson Benj next year, the league's going to catch up to him a bit. But Carson Benj has 20 to 25 home run power. I think Benj will hit 20 this year. 20 and 70, 20 and 65. Ewing, if they catch up to him and he loses his loft rate, he'll be a 12 to 15 home run guy, Ewing. Benj will be a 22 home run guy. Carson Benj is Hunter Pence. Go look at Hunter Pence. That's what Carson Benj is. Ewing will either be a Dykstra before the steroids, 12 homers, 60 RBI. I would say Ewing full season leadoff, 12 homers, 55 RBIs, 280 because he'll get a lot of infield hits because of his speed. That'll raise him 10 points. 30 doubles, 7 triples, 45 steals. Benj, 23 homers, 78 RBIs, 265. Oh, did you really, Brooklyn? I didn't see it. Well, Ewing's going to put on 10 pounds of muscle. He's 21 years of age. Oh, Polanco must be watching Alvarez's at-bats. He just went down the one knee like him. Good. He'll be out tomorrow another 6 weeks now with a torn meniscus. I never saw someone tear a meniscus swinging on a fucking curveball. Oh, Tibet. I'll tell you who's going to be gone next year. You know, you joke around about, well, I joke around about Polanco. Polanco's the second best hitter on your team. Batting average-wise, second or third. Polanco's a 265 hitter. And I can't tell anymore. Balls, I think, are in the fucking parking lot of shortstop. I keep missing the context. Yeah, right, Brooklyn. Next year, Bichette's going to be here. I'll tell you why. Because Stearns has an ego. He's not going to give him away. He's going to be here. And you know, what does Stearns care? It's fucking Cohen's money. What the fuck does he give a shit? Stearns is so cheap, he won't even spend Stearns' money. How's that for a fucking reputation? He won't even spend his money. I think that I think the Mets are going to try to get Joe Ryan. The outfield is going to be Soto, Benj, and Ewing, unless the Mets pick up a center field, and then Ewing will be at second base. Bichette at third, Lindor at short. Ewing will probably platoon with Simeon at second. That'll be it. They'll platoon. And then you'll see first base. They should have brought in like Ty France this year. They could have brought him in, excellent fielder. Young won't be with the team next year. Lima? Who's Lima? Alvarez will still be here because they're not giving away a 24-year-old catcher. Charlie Murphy was funny. I met Charlie Murphy when I was bouncing at the China Club in Manhattan. Eddie Murphy used to come in there. And Eddie Murphy used to come in, and Eddie Murphy had a mansion right over the GW Bridge. I don't know if it was, I forget the neighborhood, but he had a mansion. And girls, Charlie Murphy would bring girls. 3 hours later, more girls would come back and forth. I swear, it was like I forget where it was. He had like a nice mansion there. And Eddie Murphy, my friend Jeff Green, used to run all the security through New York. He's like that one day, Eddie Murphy. and my friend Jeff says, well, I don't work for you. That you sycophants do that. I protect you. Well, ask me nicely. You know. He was nice. So Charlie Murphy was a nice guy. Charlie was always blasted on cocaine. I'll tell you one thing. Whenever I was there, I never saw Eddie Murphy do drugs. Never saw him do drugs. Keith used to go into the owner's office at China Club. He wasn't doing drugs. He just would be so fucking blasted. He'd be laying on the couch. But I never saw Eddie Murphy do drugs. But Charlie Murphy was nice. No, this kid could get in. I just hit him. Tell me that's going to drop in. Oh, Benj has it. I have to tell you something. I'm a little disappointed in Benj's fielding. I really am. I think he'll grow into a really good fielder, but I don't think he's there yet. I don't think Ewing's there either. What Ewing does is takes a step back on the ball. He did it in Colorado. That cost you 2 steps, really. They would take Beatty. You have to give up a contract to get Devers, though. Beatty makes no money, either does Vientos. They're going to want you're going to have to take, I would tell them they have to take Senga and Devin Williams. It's $37 million off the payroll. No, they're going to want relief. They're not going to, Devers makes a lot of money. And Devers is shot. Devers isn't what he was. Devers isn't the same player. Vientos is a better player than Devers. This guy will be gone. Minta, I'm telling you now, Minta's going back to Atlanta. We are. PTSD. I think Minta will go back to Atlanta. I think if Weaver gets traded, he either goes to the Cardinals or to Washington, maybe. So he could. Yeah, I think of cancer, Charlie Murphy. Brazaban, they probably will keep because he has options and stuff. Minter's better than Raley. Hey, Ed, I didn't realize Lugo only throws like 90, 91 now. Lugo used to throw 97. Remember when he was at the Mets? He's also like 55 years old now, but Lugo still has that speed. I think RPMs, I think it's 3150 or 60. McLean throws at 33. He still has exceptional spin rate. Lugo's spin rate's top 304 in baseball still with the curveball. Bobby Witt Jr. Stearns should offer Lindor's wife, Alex Cohen, and maybe the fucking Picasso he's got hanging in the bathroom for this guy. He's a good player. But Minter is still good. I never understood how Minter, 90 fucking operations, he still throws 94. Mania can't get it to 93. And he's a bigger guy. Just goes to show you never know. As Joaquin Andujar said once, he really said this. He goes, you could sum up baseball in one word. You never know. That's what he said. Do you know there are football teams that don't score 31 points in 2 games? I can't believe I'm sitting here for 3 fucking hours. So, World Series, Tibet. You're going to laugh. I think the Brewers are going to win the World Series. Just to fuck us more. I think the Brewers. And you know who's going to fucking be going like this with champagne? Fucking Freddie Peralta. Brewers will want Peralta back. I really do believe Peralta's probably going to the Cubs. Thomas, he's got issues. I told you. I believe, I don't have this confirmed. So I don't want to put this out here as gospel. But I was told from someone who was close to the team that let's just say Lindor was not happy with his wife because he didn't get the captaincy, because he blamed it on her. That I was told. Oh, he lived on Hastings on the Hudson. That's where he had his house, Joe. He wasn't happy. He kind of blamed her because he was going to be captain. I know for a fact that the PR department started to put together a collage, like a little video, and then they were told to halt. And now he's not being named captain because of Soto. Because let me tell you something. If you name him captain, Soto will walk. Soto won't stay here. I do see Juan Soto. I don't know if he's taking drugs or what, but I see him smiling a lot more now. I think he's very good for the kids. See, I like his work ethic more than lifting Machado up at third base. See, Lindor, I don't want Lindor around Benj and Ewing. And I have to tell you, I think Stearns probably doesn't want it either. I don't think Stearns likes the fact that Soto makes $10 billion a fucking minute. But you know what? I think he likes his demeanor. Stearns isn't looking to make friends either. So he don't give a fuck if Soto's looking to make friends, right? They got the same personality, right? So I think he respects Soto. I think he feels those kids will learn more from Soto than Lindor. Okay? They don't have to learn how to smile and take pictures. Lindor's in every fucking picture. Okay? Soto's looking at video to see where he went wrong. That's what he wants, Benj and Ewing. And Benj and Ewing, Soto has taken them under his wing. He's done a good job with them. And I think he was talked to. I think he was probably told, look, they look up to you. Another lazy fly out by Beatty. How much longer do I have to see this motherfucker up? Thomas, if they told you to play second, I'd root for you more than I root for Beatty. Gio, there are things that Soto doesn't do for the stop and go because of the quad muscle probably now. Look at this. He threw like one pitch to get 3 outs with nobody on base. Tolbert, yeah, big shot. You come in, you're down by 7 or 6, and you fucking destroy this team. What a fucking horror show. My God, I got to be out of my mind. But next year they have to rebuild the pitching. I think they'd rather keep Weaver. They'd get more for Weaver than they would for Williams. But Weaver's never closed, really. He's not a closer. On a regular basis. Devin Williams at least does have. No, they can't. Vin, they can't get more pathetic. I'm sitting here looking at this fucking schedule was released for next year. This is terrible. I'm rooting for. I'm looking at Rangers store. You know when you know it's bad? When I keep on going to the Rangers site to see if Drury's going to fucking trade somebody. That's what I'm looking at now, because I can't hear the same bullshit anymore with this team. It's the same bullshit every fucking day with this team. I don't really give a fuck that Lindor. It looks like Rick James. You know, his hair's down to his ass. You know what? What the fuck does he have to smile about? See, if I'm Stearns, I walk in there when he's joking around and say, "What the fuck do you have to be happy about?" Anybody that's laughing in there, I turn off. I smash a fucking table with a bat and say, "You motherfuckers are laughing. You're a laughing stock in the fucking major leagues." But Stearns doesn't have that personality. First of all, Stearns is he's not a people person. You can see he's uncomfortable. That smirk, he's not smirking at people. That's his smirk. It's a nervous smirk. He's not comfortable in front of people. But it's a joke. Thomas, thank you. That's a compliment. I do a great job as a group leader. That's pretty scary. You think that, but thank you. No, you know, I decided a while back to do this. I'll tell you why. Because I would get very angry. And I would say, I can vent in a joking way until YouTube throws me the fuck off. And we can all get it out. And what better way? I know, Gio. I know. But let me tell you something. Lindor's ego, he's butthurt. He's lost all power. He's lost all power in that clubhouse. No one respects Lindor in that clubhouse. They don't get me wrong. They know he's a great player. And again, what I was going to say earlier, before my bipolar went to 19 different directions, I almost told you a story about when I was 6 years old. I do believe that Lindor wants to play. I think he plays hurt. I know he was playing. That broken toe hurt him. I was told by one of the people that he was in excruciating pain for like 6 weeks, 7 weeks with that toe. He used to get a shot of lidocaine before every game. But I think Lindor has slowed up a bit. He's still a terrific player. But look, he's 32. He's not going to be what he's 25. He's still a terrific player. He's an above average shortstop. He's not 8 runs above average anymore. Maybe he's 1 or 2. He makes every play that comes to him. He has slipped a little on the double play. The transition from glove to ball to get it to second base. He slowed up a bit with that. His defense, if you watched every other shortstop, there's only 3 or 4 that are really better than him. He's solid now. At this point, he's not elite anymore, Vinny. He's solid. He won't hurt you, but he's not elite anymore. You know, he's played a lot of ball, been in the league a long time. He's never hurt, so he's played a lot of games, a lot of innings. He never took innings off. He always run. You know, decent, good player. He certainly has earned the contract that the Mets are paying him. He was number 2 in the MVP voting a couple of years ago. He was good. If it wasn't for him, they don't beat the Braves, don't go to the playoffs. But yeah, I think the 30 home run years of Lindor are past now. I would say for the next 3 years, you'll get 24 and 70, 255, 28 doubles, two triples, 20 stolen bases. But I think he's definitely a plus player if you're close to a championship. Like, I think he'd be amazing on the Yankees. Lindor would hit plenty of home runs in the hot summer there in Yankee Stadium. He'd be terrific there. I don't know if his politics would go well over there, though. Aaron Judge is the captain there. And but maybe Lindor would mean enough to him to want to win a championship to kind of just shut up. He's worth $34 million a year. Look at other players, what they're making. This isn't a bad contract. Did they overpay? Yeah. But everyone's overpaid. And like anybody else, Carlos Beltran included, the first year in New York wasn't good. But let's look at the years he's had with the Mets. Okay? Played 125 games in 21. Then he played 161, 160, 152, 160. He missed 12 games in 3 years. And one or two of them were probably maintenance days. With the Mets, in 6 years, he has a 27.8 WAR. 6 years with Cleveland, he had a 28.3 WAR. Here's a perfect example. So far, he's played 6 years with the Mets, 6 years with Cleveland. 792 games with the Mets, 777 with Cleveland, okay? He's scored 523 runs with the Mets, 508 for Cleveland. He has less doubles, 150 to 191. Same trip, 14 and 15 triples. He's hit 7 more home runs with the Mets, knocked in 40 more runs with the Mets. He's stolen 30 more runs with the Mets. He's walked more with the Mets. He's struck out more with the Mets. Now, his batting average was 285 with Cleveland, 259 here. But you got to remember also, not 10 years ago, guys were hitting 290. 260 now is the old 290. You got to remember that. His on-base percentage, 446 with Cleveland, 337 with the Mets. Slugging percentage a little better. His OPS plus, 122 with the Mets, 118 with Cleveland. He's 22% better than your average major league hitter with the Mets, 18%. OBA, 352 to 360. He's been fine. You look at his years with the Mets. 20 and 63, 26 and 107, 31 and 98, 33 and 91, 31 and 86. 3 straight years he had 30 homers. 3 straight, he knocked in 100 once and knocked in 98, 91, and 86. He stole 30 bases, 29 and 31, with about an 80% percentile rate in steals. He strikes out less than 135 times a year. His on-base percentage is 335 or higher every year. It's a good player. He finished number 2 in the MVP voting in 24, 9th in 23, 10th in 25. That's a top 10 player. You know, he's been great. Now, if you want to look at his defense, that probably, I would think, has slipped. with Cleveland. Total runs saved in the defensive zone. His first 2 years were big with Cleveland. 24. But then he was 2, 4, 7. He was -8 and 25. This year, in 33 games, he's dead zero. His range factor, it's been consistently 355 to 370. That hasn't changed. This year, it's 324, but, he was hurt. He's very, very steady. Has he lost the step defensively? Of course he has. So was Trey Turner. Trey Turner was great. But for the most part, they massacred my boy. I wanted to use all your talents, all your skills. But Lindor's a solid player. Listen, you can't take that away from him. Is he worth $34 million? Is Manaea worth $25 million? Cohen should sign his fucking house over if he's going to do that. Look, Lindor for the next 3 years will be 24 and 75. Hit 250. 25 plus doubles, 20 stolen bases. So I think that anybody that's getting Lindor is getting a top 15 player, getting a top 5 shortstop. Who could you pencil in other than Witt to go 25 and 75, play almost every game, 20 steals, and solid defense? 3? Witt? Who else? Yeah, he's not what he was defensively, but he's still very good. But, we look at this game, and this is a game that is disturbing. But then again, if you watched the Atlanta Braves yesterday, would you be afraid with them? Did they look like a team that's going to win the World Series? They did the same thing the Mets did today.
Royals got us off to a good start. Minter had a really good inning in there. Barrasso came in and did some decent stuff. And everything else just was a tough day. Austin Warren's been somebody we've relied on all year long. He's been very, very good for us. Wasn't his day today.
No
Obviously, the tough first inning for Sealinger. Big of him to go back out there and give us another inning after going over.
Big of him. You sent them out there.
You never really want to ask that
Big
of the
of
guy. You care about those guys on the mound. You want to put them in positions to succeed. That was a tough ask. We were obviously very thin at that point in time.
Speaking of tough asks and understanding how thin you were, just how tough a decision was that to have to throw him in there in his big league debut in that situation rather than a situation.
They're big leaguers. You put him there. He's 31 years old. He's not 19.
Yeah, you certainly want to put guys in easy, soft landing. Sometimes Major League Baseball doesn't allow that. Just the way the game goes, who's available on given days, who's not. We obviously had 2 long games in Atlanta where we used a ton of pitching and came into this one on the thinner side, and not going to advertise that up front before the game. That wouldn't be very.
No, they know your shit anyway. You advertise your shit before the game. Does that matter? Gio, what I would do probably, and Joe, what I would do, and Vinny, what I would do is probably I'd keep Bichette. Keep my shortstop for 2 years until the kid's ready. He's not going to kill you. Mauricio's not an everyday shortstop. Mauricio, I think, could be a decent third baseman. He graded out really well defensively a couple of years ago. Mauricio was great. Hey, James, how you feeling, buddy? Look, Ewing is you heard it here. I think Ewing is going to be a better player than Bench. I do. I think he's going to put up more consistent numbers. I definitely don't think Ewing's ready. Ewing should be down in the minors. He's not ready. That's why on the base paths, he's not ready at all. No, he's not shot. Just me. He's not shot. This is spring training for him. This is spring training for him. Just me. He's not shot. I don't know about a Hall of Famer, but Ewing is going to be borderline all-star. Benj reminds me of Hunter Pence. Joe, I think they would, but I don't think Cohen wants to lose 100 games in New York. I think if you were somewhere else, you'd see all the kids up. It's a bad look to lose 105 games when you spent 370. It'll be the worst team ever. You'll be in the record books as the worst team ever for your payroll. I don't think he wants to do that. Look, do you really think that Stearns thinks the Mets have a shot? This is a smart guy. Hunter Biden, right? He doesn't, he knows the Mets don't have a shot. What's he going to tell you? So no one comes to the stadium? He's got to tell you that they have a shot. And you know, if the Mets had a little better pitching, I would say, could they win 12 out of 15? Well, if you notice something here that we haven't talked about, the Mets are starting to hit. They've only had their lineup intact. I think Lindor and Soto have played about 17 games together this year. You see Polanco, what he did. You know, Polanco is playing instead of Vientos. Big difference. What I would do is you have your outfield set. Benj, Ewing, and Soto. That's set in stone. What I would do is I'd platoon. I'd see what Semien has left, which isn't a lot. I think Semien could be a lot more serviceable if he played 4 days a week. You see he's taken a big hit defensively. That's tired. He was playing every game. He's tired. I would platoon Ewing and Semien at second and Ewing in center when he's not playing second. And Robert would be playing center field when Ewing's playing second. Just me, you're probably right. My 3-year plan, well, you have your outfield set for 3 years. There are no free agents available this year. No one to speak of. If you want to take a tremendous shot, you sign Skubal and Peralta as free agents. And that's going to cost you $550 million. Skubal is going to get probably $475 for 10 years. Peralta will get $160 for 5. So you'd have Skubal, Peralta, McLean, Holmes, Scott. Go to war with that. You sign a first baseman, and all of a sudden you have Weaver. Remember, you have Garrett coming back. You have Daniel Nunez coming back. Maybe you make Jonah Tong a reliever. You have Weaver, Wettinger. They'll never pay for Skubal. Hank Steinbrenner's not giving $400 million to Skubal. No way. That's not in their DNA anymore. No, Joe, it doesn't. If next year, if you had Skubal, Peralta, McLean, Holmes, and Scott, and you had the outfield back, you had Ewing platooning in center field. Bichette comes back, Lindor, and you have another first baseman, which could be Clifford. I don't know. Doesn't sound so bad, does it? Got to remember, it's not only Met fans. Professional baseball people picked the Mets to have 90 wins this year. It wasn't just us hoping everything would go right. These were professionals that weren't hoping things would go right. These are professionals that are professionals. And they picked the Mets for 90 wins. Well, I'm out on him because of his politics. And because I don't think Soto, when your two stars are not next to each other on opposite sides of the clubhouse, there's something wrong there. There's definitely something wrong. Usually your two leaders would want to talk. There's something wrong there. Right there, that's a problem. And it's not baseball anymore for the owner to call them in. You're going to be next to each other. You can't do that anymore. This isn't 1975 anymore. They'll tell you go fuck yourself. You know, this isn't baseball from 50 years ago. But that if you had Skubal, Peralta, McLean, Holmes, and Scott, that's not bad. Hey, Jeff, yeah, the World Cup is. USA wasn't that. I don't know why everyone is so upset with USA. USA wasn't that good. They weren't supposed to win it. France is going to win the whole thing. But I do think that the Mets signed Skubal. I'll tell you why. I think that he wants to juice up the fan base. He probably feels they're going to lose a lot of season ticket holders. How do you erase the stench of this season better than signing Skubal? Now, personally, I don't think Skubal's worth it. But, you know, no one's worth it. But I do think that position player, the greatest Met position player, probably get Mike Piazza. Mike Piazza is the best hitter the Mets ever had. Pitcher, Jacob deGrom and Seaver. deGrom was better than Gooden. Yeah, Piazza was the best position player they ever had. Absolutely. Yeah. Guy was 340, 40 homers, 140 RBIs. Seaver was great because Seaver had that attitude. He didn't want to get beat. I remember that was old world baseball. Now, I know in the beginning, Gary Carter, Keith Hernandez didn't like Gary Carter in the beginning. He didn't like him. He thought he was like Lindor. And then what happened was he realized he wasn't. He realized that was really Gary. He thought that Gary was always smiling for cameras till he realized, no, Gary's just a great guy. And Keith felt very bad. I heard that Keith took it very hard when Carter died. I don't have a hard on for Lindor. I don't like the politics. He's the reason that 3 Republicans were traded. Definitely. I know for a fact. Well, he's the reason that Nemo was traded. Stearns didn't like Alonso. He didn't like him. They had a big argument. He didn't like him. They had a shouting match. And Alonso really insulted, from what I heard, Stearns. But yeah, I think that Lindor should definitely field offers on him. I think they are quietly. You don't want to embarrass him. You don't want to put the name out there. That's why someone in the Met organization probably gave to Francesa, skirt this out there. Guarantee you. Those rumors just don't start. Someone leaked it. But yeah, I'm sure they would. I think they want to make him uncomfortable enough where he'll want to leave. That's what I think. I think that if they can make Lindor uncomfortable enough, he'll want to leave. You know, you're not going to, because you got to remember, once you talk to one GM, it gets around baseball that you're shopping him. You don't want to embarrass him that way. He has been a good Met. But how you do it is you just tell them everybody is on the table. That's how you say it. This way, he comes back to you. No, I said everybody. I'll listen to any offer to get us better. But, you know, push comes to shove. Soto's going to be here, not Lindor. If they can do it, if they can work it out. Because you're better off with Soto than Lindor. I think that Soto, I think Stearns, well, look, Stearns, Lindor is everything Stearns doesn't want. A declining player in his 30s that makes $34 million a year and you're married another 5 years to him. That is exactly what he doesn't want. Soto's still in his prime. He probably makes $20 million more than Stearns thinks he should. But I guarantee you, Stearns thinks he's worth top 5. You know, he doesn't play the field. He doesn't give you anything else, and he's still an 8-war player. You see the hitter Soto is. Let me tell you something. I think if you ask 90% of baseball, they'd rather pitch to Judge than Soto, game on the line in the World Series. No one would want Judge up. They'd want Soto up. Soto, Acuna, maybe Schwarber, maybe Harper. I wouldn't trade Ewing at this point. I would have to be getting back Manny Machado. If you want to give me Manny Machado and one of those relievers, and you take Lindor's contract back, and someone, I think about it. Okay, Ray, I'd have to get Mason Miller in that trade. None of the other relievers. Mason Miller. You give me Mason Miller and Machado, you could have Lindor and bench. Mason Miller be your closer for the next 5 years. And he's better than Edwin Diaz. Hey, Will. I wouldn't. Ewing, you can't get a center fielder. You can get a right fielder. You can't get a leadoff hitter that could steal 50 bases, hit 280, play great defense. That's Ewing. And can play second base besides. We might have. T-Bet, yeah, we might have. I remember when Seaver got traded. Kingman got traded that night too. I think they made a few trades that night. It was in June, I think. And it was like, I remember the Daily News, and I was a kid. I was like 15 or whatever. People were shocked. Like they thought it was a joke. And the Met returned. They got Pat Zachary had won the Rookie of the Year. He was 15-10, I think, or 15-8, whatever that was. A 24-year-old starter. You got Steve Henderson, who ended up being like a 280 major league hitter. Steve Henderson was a good hitter. Dan Norman, who was supposed to be a power hitter, never panned out. And you got Doug Flynn, who won the Gold Glove at second base for you, but he never could hit. They did get useful pieces for Seaver, but you gave up your franchise player. You know, what is a franchise player worth? You can't replace franchise players. You can go get me Matt Olson tomorrow. No one's ever going to love him like they love Pete Alonso. You know, Pete came up here. It was Peter Alonso, remember? And the trip, he changed his, they started calling him Pete. It was Peter Alonso when he was coming up to the organization. Yeah, the Mets were terrible. Their best pitcher in 1981, I think, was Mark Bombach. Yeah, they had Willie Montanez at first, Richie Hebner at first, John Milner at first. Mets were terrible. They had Mike Cubbage at third base. They signed Tom Grieve in the mid-'70s. Their first free agent signing, they signed Tom Grieve. Oh, good for you, William. Yeah, my friend, the Murphys, Teresa Murphy, her son Ryan, is in the Cardinal organization. I think he's in AAA. Ryan Murphy. George Foster. Mets are in a tough position now. Look, not everything is terrible. Benj reminds me of Hunter Pence. You have an outfield that one of them is a Hall of Famer, and it's not even 28 yet. And the other two are 21 and 23, who have come up to the major leagues and aren't struggling. I don't know, T-Bet. I'm not sure. It's very true, though. Well, in the beginning, they always, you know, Amos Otis, Nolan Ryan, Gary Gentry, they traded all these young stars. But, you know, the Mets outfield, let me tell you something. I don't know. I'd have to go through the lineups here. You tell me a team that next year is going to have a better outfield than Juan Soto, Benj, and Ewing. That two of them are 7 years away from 30, and one is still 2 years from 30 going to the Hall of Fame. He's one of the best hitters in the last 50 years. And you have two guys that are going to be able to steal 40 bases in the outfield and go get the ball. Tell me whose outfield looks better than the Mets now for the future. I can't think of any. Think about it. Who has a better young outfield than the Mets? None. It is monetized, yeah. I don't know why they do the ads. I'm sorry about that, game. Yeah, someone told me that. I am monetized, yeah. Yeah, I have like 8,700 subscribers, believe it or not. But I think that the Mets, the problem is you can't get pitching. But I would put the Mets outfield up against anybody in the future. Because even if one of Ewing or Benj don't, one of them is going to make it. One may end up being Harrison Bader. Hey, BJ, but the Met outfield, to me, I don't know many teams that wouldn't want Soto, Benj, and Ewing for the next 10 years. The problem is the Met minor leagues took a big step back. Jonah Tong was... No, actually, game, I'm not, believe it or not. Jonah Tong was the minor league pitcher of the year last year. His stock has fallen. He only has 2 pitches. I think Jonah Tong is going to end up being a closer one day. And Jonah Tong will be a closer like Devin Williams. Same stuff. A little more action on his fastball, and his bender's not quite as good as Williams, but it's good. And he's 21 or 22. So you can't give up on him. I think Kristen Scott, I wouldn't be surprised if Kristen Scott ended up being as good as McLean. I wouldn't. He's got a better fastball than McLean. I think McLean is always going to have control issues. People, if you don't mind, don't skip the ads. Thank you, gang. And like means a lot if you can like. I know that means a lot. But look, the Mets don't have a terrible future. You have an owner that'll spend money. You have probably 2/3 of an all-star lineup for the next 10 years, maybe 3 of them. Alvarez is only 24. Think Travis d'Arnaud. Alvarez, we yell at him all the time. Do you know Alvarez, I think, has the 4th best game WAR in the last 3 years of any catcher in baseball? I'm being serious with you. He looks terrible, but he's a 20 homer, 70 RBI guy. He's just always hurt. This year, he's probably going to hit 17 homers. And he hits 250. He's not a good catcher. I'll tell you. Well, Benj is going to be a 20-plus home run hitter. Ewing, I'm not so sure. Benj will hit 20, 25. I think Benj in his prime, 25 homers. Ewing, maybe 18. But when you got guys that are going to have 30-plus doubles, 5-plus triples, score 100 runs, steal 35 bases. Well, Ewing could steal 50 bases. Benj will be at 35. Benj is going to steal 25 to 30 this year. No, the Mets, they haven't developed any pitching. That's the problem. But I think Scott can be good. And I think McLean will be good. I'm not sold on McLean being a number 1, honestly. But if you notice, McLean has gotten the curveball back in the zone for a strike, and all of a sudden he's pitching better. Guys have video. They were laying off the curveball because they know it's going to finish out. He was always behind in the count. But look, you give me a lineup where I have Soto, a top 3 hitter in National League every year, Benj and Ewing, where they're not overmatched right now. Plus defenders other than Soto. I mean, real plus defenders. So next year, you're going to have Ewing in center, which should be 15 homers, 55 RBIs, 275. I don't know, 27 doubles, 6 triples, 40 stolen bases. In right field, you'll have Benj, 22 homers, 75 RBIs, 255, 30 steals, 25 doubles. Soto, 35 and 110, 275. That's your outfield. I'll go to war with that. A healthy Alvarez that you could DH a little. 20 homers, 70 RBIs. Where are you going to get that from a catcher? The Mets have no pitching. But like I said, if we go to war with Skubal, Peralta, McLean, you have to spend some money. But Cohen knows that already. You have no pitching. And if Tong ever makes it, Wettinger ever makes it, They have another pitcher down there, an Italian kid who looks okay. See what happens. Crazier things have happened. One thing I learned a long time ago in baseball, and it really it can turn around real fast. The Mets signed a couple of pitchers and went almost to the World Series. And this will be a better team. Well, to me, 86, because I wasn't a fan in 69. But 69, they weren't supposed to win. So I would think that would do it. You know, they weren't supposed to win that year. The Mets were. I don't know if they would have favored to win. They were at least top 2 or 3 to win the whole thing in 86. You know, they just missed in 85. And I think at the All-Star break, they were like 15 games up in 86. And I think Whitey Herzog conceded. He said it's over. I remember that statement, maybe to get into their heads. But just everything clicked. And then Frank Cashin tore it all down. Cashin got rid of Dykstra, Mitchell, Strawberry, didn't sign Ray Knight. Tore it all down, Frank Cashin. I know, Game. He does. I could subscribe to a little of that. I could subscribe to 12 starters that are a little better than the shit that he puts out there. But I think the Mets will sign Skubal, and I'll tell you why. I'll leave you with this. The only thing Cohen can do to make you forget about this year is to get you excited about next year. And what more can you do than have a guy go out there that could throw a no-hitter any night? And they'll sell you the whole bullshit. Our top 3, McLean, Skubal, McLean. I would even get excited about that a little. Just gotta hope he doesn't get hurt. The 88 team I thought was better than the 86 team. In fact, when Carter's big year was in 85, not in 86. It was an okay year in 86. His big year was 85. I think he went 32 and 100 in 85. 86, he hit about 260, I think. He didn't have a great year, Carter. He was on a decline come 86. He had that one good year left in him. Skubal? No, Skubal will probably be good. But, you know, to what end? How much do you have to pay for him, though? You're paying a lot of money, you know, with the overage and the taxes. You're going to be giving him $80 million a year. $80 million isn't bad if you win a World Series, because the team's value goes up $300-400 million when you win a World Series. But you got to win it, and only one team wins it. Right? But I think the Mets will sign Skubal. I do. I think that was Cohen all along wanted Skubal. And if Cohen wants him, he'll get him. Unless the Dodgers get involved. I don't think they'll give him $45 million. But Skubal probably would want to stay in the East. But you know what? I definitely think if Cohen wants him, he'll sign him. Cohen can have anything he wants. He's got to want him. You know what, BJ? The Juan Soto for Stearns, it does. Cohen doesn't give a shit. They're getting exactly what they paid for with Soto. Soto's going to be number 2 again in MVP this year. If Ohtani got hurt, it'll either be Schwarber or Soto. Soto's having a great year. Yeah, probably. They try to change him with the Met lab. They should have Stearns go in, close the door fast, and blow that fucking lab up. So, everyone, thank you for coming in. I really do appreciate it. Tomorrow, thank God it's not an afternoon game. I teach tomorrow, but I will be back in the saddle here. I got to get another chair. My back is killing me. There's something wrong here. I don't know what the hell's wrong. Tomorrow, the Mets 7:10. I'll be on at 9 to bitch and moan and bitch and moan and moan and bitch. James, once again, I'm so thankful that you're feeling better, my friend. God bless you and your family. And God bless all of you. And of course, let's go Mets. Take care, everybody.